out for a drive on the 3rd of February. It was 86 degrees in the barn aisle. At least we have a breeze out here, so it's not quite so hot. Tiny has a very heavy coat on, and I'm not going to work her too hard, I don't think. But we'll get out for some movement. Are you ready to trot? Are you ready for a trot? Yes, you are. I figured you were. You kind of gave me those signs. Yes, you did. Yeah, the ground's not real even, is it? Makes you look like you're looking for where your feet should go. You figured it out. What a good girl. All right, I'm not real sure exactly how we're going to deal with the fact that the sprinkler is all the way over here. Now let's go this way. And then we will go west. Tiny's happy to get out. When I walk out to the pen where she lives, she always comes galloping over. Yeah, what is that big thing? Huh? Big sprinkler right there, and she's not used to that big sprinkler being right there. Yes, we're not going to go to the sprinkler. I'm a little surprised they don't have them on, although I suppose draining them is a real drag. And it's supposed to get cold again the end of the week. And I apologize for the wind. Not much I can do about it, except enjoy it today. There's sure a big difference between the wind when it's 86 degrees and the wind when it's 6 degrees. Yeah, I think maybe you've been this way before. Keep moving. That's a good girl. Yeah, we're going through the corn stubble. That's a good girl. Pat across the four-wheeler tracks. I think I'll send this video to my relatives in Hawaii and say, I think it's hotter here than it is there. I want your attention, Missy. The other day when we drove out, she decided the cattle were scary. So I'm kind of tempted to take her over there and just let her talk to the cattle. What a good girl. I'm sorry, when they did the surgery on my knee, I kind of lost part of my voice, and it has yet to return. There's a big part of veil up here. She's going to say, I don't like that. I don't know what she's looking at over there. Yep, it's a veil. Shall we walk? Let's walk past the veil. Yes, it's just a veil. Well, a part of a veil. Not much of a veil. No, we're going to walk past it. You just have to take your time to do it. That's fine. Yes, it's big, isn't it? That's not big, you silly girl. No. And she would rather pass it when it's in her right eye than when it's in her left eye. But we're going past it on the left eye because that's where the road is. Good girl. What a big girl. You want to look at that? You want to look at that? Are you being brave? Let's walk on. Walk on. Good girl. She says, I just got wind of that. It's something I could eat. Chomp, chomp, chomp. What a good girl. Can you, whoa. That's a good girl, whoa. Yeah, I don't like it when you jerk your head like that. I'm going to try and cover the bottom of the phone. There we go. Now let's walk on. Are you ready to trot? Miss Tiny, let's trot. That's a good girl. You pay attention to me. Pay attention to me. We got weird stuff up here. That's a girl. Good girl. I'm hoping this road will stay relatively smooth. Easier on my knees and back. Today is 7 weeks since my knee was replaced. That's a good girl. Look at you. Yeah, you're figuring things out. What a good girl. Last time we were out, Amy led. She went bouncing along and jumped into a covey of pheasants. That was exciting. She didn't run off or anything. She just stopped and looked at them. They all flew away, and then she walked right on. I was very, very proud of her. I did not want to take her down that road today simply because we have new badger holes down there, and they're awfully big. So we have a rock right over the fence from that if I can pick up that rock, I will take it and put it right next to the badger hole so that we don't run into it. The last time I saw that rock, I didn't see the rock because it was completely covered with tumbleweed. What a good girl. You're not minding the corn noises. That's a good girl. Yes. Nope. Walk on. Trot on. Pretty soon we'll slow down because it's hot. Are you ready to walk for a little bit, baby girl? Yeah, let's do that. I don't want you to get overheated. I sure don't want to have to rinse you off today. Walk on. It's not that she wouldn't dry out, it's just that her coat is so thick. I want to make sure that she dries out thoroughly. And since I can't be sure of that, I'm not going to rinse her off. I'll just towel her off. Walk on. That's a good girl. You have an amazing walk. Let's prove it. Oh, can we get me out of the rough spot? Let's get you over on the wheat just a little bit. Get me out of the tractor tracks, which feel like serious washboards when you're in a cart. Walk on. There's a pump up here. There will be a road that goes over to it, and we will probably go over to that and then follow the other road back. Walk on. Are you bored? It is pretty boring to just go out and walk. Yes, when you're two, you want lots to happen. Nope, we're not going that way. There are badger holes out here. They're not in the road, and I know where to go because of that. Walk on. Nope. Walk on. Yes, I need to pick my whip up, don't I? Walk on. You are a lazy girl right now. Walk on. Nope. Nope. You don't get to be foolish. I want you to come around to the left. Come around. Good girl. Yeah, more rough stuff, huh? What a good girl. That was a nice turn. Walk on. I do not want to go over in the corn. It's too rough. You'd rather be in the corn than on the wheat, huh? Doodlebug slipped off the seat into the basket, so I have one foot on either side of her so she can't go popping out the side. Because I take this through the weeds and that kind of thing, I don't have a cover over the basket because it gets ripped up. So I have one that's in shreds and the other one is on the other cart, but I don't want to take it out where I'm going to run into sharp weeds, because that's a good way to throw them away. Quit. Don't pull on me. No, don't do that. You want to trot? Are you ready for a trot? Good girl. Yep, there goes. No, we're not going with Amy. I know you love Amy. We're not going over there. Amy, thank you. I don't know if you could see that. The minute I purred, Amy slowed down. Amy. The problem is the young horses like to keep up. Well, the older horses do too. They like to keep up with her. And I don't want to keep up with her. I want her to listen to me. Settle down, Miss Fuss Budget. Nope. Yeah, we're not going over in the corn. It is too rough. Mm-mm-mm. Goodness. And we're going to have the bale to pass again on this direction. And that'll be interesting because... What? Oh, yeah, those are big ruts, aren't they? They're great big ruts over there. She said, I don't want anything to do with those. I agree with her. I don't want anything to do with them either. Now, go right down that road. That's a good girl. see what she says about the bail this direction. Nope, you're going to stay at my speed, little one. I know your family. I don't want to get up to too much speed at too young. There's the bail again. She doesn't really care. She's a quick learner. Terry, you're going to have your hands full. We may go over and investigate the sprinkler. Good girl. She was just very responsive to what I asked her to do. Head up. Head up. For those of you who might notice it, the rings on her bridle, on the sides, are for driving tandem. This harness was inherited from a friend, and those were on it, and I have never found the rosettes that actually belong on it, just these ones with the tandem rings. And I've just left them that way. They doesn't hurt anything. So there we are. Can you walk on? Walk on. Walk on. Good girl. Because I don't have the strength in my knee yet to get into the cart from the ground, because it's a step up into the back, on the back. I have to put a little ladder behind the carriage. And she is absolutely perfect about standing and waiting for me to get in the cart. It's very nice. And get Doodlebug in, of course. Doodlebug thinks it's hot out here, too. So she doesn't mind being down there, because at least she's in the shade. Is that right, dudes? Hmm? You can walk on and poop. She says, no, I can't. Walk on. Short tails are thanks to Billy. He's another of the 2-year-olds, and he thinks that chewing tails is just the best thing in the world. Makes me want to put a muzzle on him. Dave said, well, we could turn him out with the other mares. I said, no, we chews their tails off too. No, I don't want to go that way. I want to go past the sprinkler. Yes, there's a thing over there. That thing is a stop for the sprinkler to make it turn and go the other way. Oh, so the sprinkler isn't scary. It's the stop that's scary. What a good girl. You want to go look at it? We could do that. I don't really want to go over there. Too many big rocks. When I'm riding the young horses, I will ride them down through the sprinklers and go between the drops. Gets them bending well. All right, now we're going to turn and head back toward the house. I know you're not worn out at all, but you are foamy and sweaty. No, you were right. You were right. Yep. Come this way. I know you want to go over and look at it. I don't. Too many rocks. Big rocks. Wheel-breaking rocks. And since you're a baby, this is not always absolute, walk on, assurances of exactly what's going to happen. Walk on. What a good girl. Now come left or right. I was watching a dog obedience trial, and the girl was following the commands of the judges, turning left and turning right. I said, I could never do that because I would go the opposite direction. I just know I would. I would have to write R and L on my toes. Or wear glasses with a little R and L on them. What are you doing? You're dinking around enough, you're stumbling. Pay attention to what you're doing, please. Boring. Boring, she says. It is, and we will go in the indoor arena for a little while. Because at least it's cooler in there, I think. But I didn't water it down, so it's going to be pretty dusty in there. We have a pretty good breeding program going. We expect 8 or 10 foals a year, depending. And this year we have 8 coming, I think. Yes, because I didn't breed 2 of the mares. We were going to do shipped semen last year, and that didn't work out, so oh well. So we'll breed them this year. We bought a new quarter horse mare to go into our crossbreeding program. So what we breed is we breed purebred Morgans. We've been doing that for walk on since 1963. And Dave and I started creating cross babies about 7 years ago. And we like all of them. We usually have quite a few for sale. But this year, we don't, because 3 of my mares are in their 20s. And it occurred to me that if I want to keep those bloodlines in my program, I need to keep those fillies. And they all had fillies this year, so they will stay and be trained up and then go into the breeding program. We have one 3-year-old left for sale. She's one of the crosses. Her name is Compassion. She is a great big buckskin mare. Filly. Walk on. She says, I want to go investigate things. This is boring. No, we are not going to go investigate those bales. My luck, you'd grab hold of one to take a bite and it would fall down on us. What a good girl. I got a message from a friend not too long ago, and he said, I told him it was 86 in the barn aisle, and he said, well, it's 101 in his greenhouse. My goodness. He said even the plants are sweating. I can believe that. I'm looking at a four-wheeler. Walk on. Walk on. There used to be a big hole right back there, and she loved that big hole. And she, no, we are not going, no, we are not going down the road. My right knee has told me that I've done enough. So, that's a good girl. When I bring my horses home, there's a tree here and a stump there, and we always do figure eights around them because it teaches the horses you can't just go zooming back to the barn. Come on around. Come on around. All the way. Good girl. What a good girl. Don't you cut that shoe short. I don't want to run into the tree, please. Can you go through the cones? Yes, my husband ran over one of our cones, old cones, and it flattened it. It's, oh dear, a wasp. Good, it went away. It killed my cone, but good. Yeah, I don't blame you for not wanting to step on it. Walk on. We're going to miss this one. No, you don't need to mess with things. Come on. Yeah. Would you like to pay attention? Walk on. I rescue orphan cones on the road when they've been, I figure if they've been there 2 weeks, just left by the road. Well, walk on. Good girl. Now to the right. That's right. Now to the left. Walk on. Are you looking at the trailer because you've never seen it before? You've never, oh, I see what you're looking at. You're looking at Nikki out in the cattle field. We don't like that, do we? No. But I'm not going to shout for her because that would be painful for the video people. Ooh. Well, I almost killed that cone. That's a good girl. All right, we're just going to wander around in here just a little bit. And then go back to the barn. We hope you guys have enjoyed our drive. We have too, and it's lovely and cool in here. Have a great one, everybody.